Hello, in this video I will try to learn Julia from an absolute beginner's perspective because I do not know Julia, and so if you are someone who wants to learn Julia for data science or any kind of programming usage, then this is the perfect place for you because I would be doing everything from beginning, from downloading it and using it for the first program. So let's begin. So let me start sharing my screen. That will be best. Just give me a couple of moments. Let me put this in standby mode. So Julia has been well known for its good usage in fast computation. So that is the reason of my interest in Julia, and a lot of people really like Julia. So let's just see. So Julia has been well known for its. Okay, so that was my phone on test mode. Now you won't hear it again. It has been tested. So let's just, yeah, it will be put on hold over here. Okay, fine. I'll start sharing the screen now. Okay, so what we will do is we will start downloading it for Mac OS because I do not have a Windows system. So let's first you have to go to this website. Let me just put it over on the stream window. Just give me a second. So I have put in the chat the link which you have to go to. Let me just pin it. I have pinned it, so you need to go here and get it downloaded. So after we are done with, let's start the download. Okay, yes, yeah. So if you guys have let us say, how do I put it, Windows, then you need a Windows thing. So that is something which is pretty obvious and intuitive. I have a Mac thing, so I will. So it's a 96 MB file, so it will take some amount of time to get downloaded. So in the meanwhile, I would also like to take few questions if you have about data science or about anything which you are eager to ask about. Yeah, but my main focus on this live stream is to start coding in Julia because a lot of us already know R and Python. Even I know R and Python, but it's always good to know new tools which are being used because ultimately you will have to work with tools. And yes, I'm not a tools person, but see, the thing is you have to get your work done, so you need to have some kind of an hands-on experience. Okay, download is complete. Let's open it. Checking, finishing. Yeah, let's put it inside applications. Copying. 5 seconds and it's done. Okay, so let's now go to this website. Steps to add Julia. Download and install. Open the Julia command line. REPL. Okay, let's open the Julia command line. Julia. Open. Once access to terminal. Okay. Fine. Now what do we need to do? In order to add Julia to Jupyter Notebook, yes, by the way, if you guys do not know how to get Jupyter Notebook, I have already made a video on that. So rather, probably I have not made a video, or I would have given a PDF. Yes, there's a data science playlist PDF which you can get from the description box of this video. Get that data science PDF and data science playlist both. Watch both of them, and then you will understand what's the use of Julia. Sorry, what's the use of Jupyter. So we have to go type using package and enter. Okay, using Control C, Control V. Okay, after that package.add iJulia. Installing registries. I hope you're able to see this screen because I have pretty much shared with you the entire window. Let's look at the next step. You'll have to wait a minute or so for the installation to complete. Okay, we will wait. We already have Anaconda, so I don't need Anaconda right now. Okay, let's wait. So till we are waiting, let me see if we have few questions. We do not have any questions. Anyway, that's okay. So let me know in the comments or in the chat which programming languages you are familiar with and which programming languages you want future videos on. I'm not an expert programmer, but I do know few things about R and Python. So yeah, that's something which I can help you with. Downloading, it will take some amount of time. Yes, let's wait. We don't have any option. So in the meantime, you can do the same thing which I am doing. If you have a Windows system, do it for the Windows system. If you have an Apple Mac, do it for the Apple Mac. Even if you're not watching this live, you're watching it after this live stream has ended, the steps are pretty much the same. You just have a better perspective that what will happen next. People on live do not have that advantage. Oh, I think it's done. Yeah, right. Because see, we have the Julia prompt. So next thing is download and install Anaconda. We have already installed in Anaconda. Now we need to open from Jupyter Notebook. So let's open the terminal first. Terminal. Okay, this is the terminal. We have to cross this first then. Okay. Jupyter Notebook. So we just type Jupyter Notebook, and if you have installed Jupyter Notebook, it will automatically fire it up. So this is the Jupyter Notebook, new. Yeah, you see this over here? Let me just maximize it. When I click on the new thing, you have Julia 1.5.3 in just above Python 3. So I'll add in this. I'll click Julia 1.5.3. Let's name this Julia Live for beginners. No, not do this. Yes, this much. Okay, so we have the first Julia program. Kernel starting. Please wait till that time. We will just see what are the things. Write your code. For the final step, write your code. For example, here is a simple code to print hello world. So I'll not write hello world. I will write honey of knowledge. Let's see if it works. Kernel starting, please wait. I mean, how long will it take to start? Come on. Control V. Honey of knowledge. Yeah, so successful. We have written the first piece of Julia code. Okay, what else we can do with this? Okay, this is pretty much in this part of it. So now let's start learning Julia. Learning Julia for data science. Because that's our main use case. We want to learn data science in different languages. Analytics Vidya. Okay, let's open it up. Julia walks like Python, runs like C. Wow, this is a very good line. See, walks like Python, runs like C. Great. Which goes to say that it's easy like Python and it's fast like C. Basics of Julia, installing Julia, we have already done this. Jupyter Notebook, we have already done this. Now installing Julia packages. Now this is the holy grail of all data science work. You have to get your hands dirty with packages. So how do we install Julia packages? A simple way of installing any package in Julia is using the command package.add. Okay. Basics of Julia for data analysis. So there's a cheat sheet. Okay. Let's see the cheat sheet, shall we? Yes, definitely. MATLAB Python Julia cheat sheet. So I will again paste this also so that you guys know what we are talking about. Now this goes in here. Let me just punch in here. Control V, paste it. Dependencies and setup, vector. Okay, so what we do in Python is we take the numpy array. In Julia we just can write in this way. Okay, let's just use this. Control C. Okay, it's a 1 cross 3 array, which is pretty much right. Now let's try to do something here. A 0. What will happen? Okay, it won't happen. Let's try to use comma. A comma 0. Again, this won't happen. So we'll need to learn few things in Julia, which is different from Python. Let's look at this again. Oh, this works. Oh, this is like a 1D array, so we can. Acha. I am thinking of it like an R. Oh, my bad. 1 1. How about this? Aha, great. How do we make a 2D? How do we make a two-dimensional array? Row vector, column vector. So we were trying to create a matrix. Yeah, matrix. Let's do this. We have a 2 cross 2 array. Now let's try to access them. A1 is 1. What does this even mean? A, 1, 2. How do we access this then? Okay, what is A2? A2 is 3. Okay. Acha, 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 acha. So what is A2 1? A21 is 3. Wait, A21 is 3, so A22 has to be 4. A22, why it's not giving us this thing? That's something which is puzzling to me. Let's do a bit of jugglery with this. Let's put a comma. Control C. Let's insert a comma here. Unexpected semicolon in array expression. But this semicolon was working perfectly fine. Okay, anyway, we will need to leave this cheat sheet and we need to stick to analytics with them. Okay, we can pretty much do all the mathematics operations here. Let's just try these operations. 4 plus 5 is 9. What about A plus S? Let's just test this thing. And value. Okay. Oh, right. Got it. Let's just do A string type of addition. Oh, it will not happen. Anyway, let's just leave it. So 3 to the power 4. We will do 9 to the power 3. Yeah. 9 to the power 3. So it should be 729. Yeah. Perfectly fine. Now, few things to note. You can name a notebook as simply clicking on the name. Yeah, that we pretty much know. Julia data structures. Yes, this is important. This we already have made. Access first element. 3-element array. Create a column vector. Change. Acha, semicolon is used to change row. Fine. Okay, this semicolon is change rows. Space is used to separate columns. Oh, we need to access using comma. Got it. So let's just load this guy again. Where was this guy? Yeah. Let's load this guy. And now what we will do is 1, 1. So this has to be 1 as expected. Now if we do 1, 2, this will be, just guess, it will be 2. Exactly. Now what about 2, 1? It must be 3. So let's just do that. 2, 1 is 3. What about 2, 2? It would be 4. So let's do that as well. It's 4. So now we know how to access array and make them. We do this kind of a thing. We just put a space between the numbers. So that space tells the Julia that those numbers are in the same row but they are different numbers. The semicolon guides Julia to change the rows. So if you have to visualize this, if you have to change columns, you just put a space. It's pretty much, I mean, visually it's appealing as well. And if you have to change rows, you put a semicolon. That's also intuitive enough. Now to access, there's a bit of a difference here. In usual languages, what we do is we put a box and nest the boxes. Like 1, 2, 3, and all in boxes. But over here inside the same box we have to use the comma. You can see over here this is 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2. So it's slightly different than other languages. Now let's look at few more things. So I will be live till around 9:45 ish or 9:50 ish. Till then, if you have a query, you can also ask. And just see if we have any query. We do not have any query, so that's okay. Now, inverse of a matrix can be calculated. That's not really that important for us. Dictionary can be made. We can also make that in Python. We don't really need to know how to do that. Strings, okay. Let's create a string. YouTube channel. And how do we put that equal to honey of knowledge. Great. How do we access the individual letters? We just say the box, inside the box we write that. Okay. YouTube. Let's do the third. It should be n as expected. Now they have also said that I can get the strings from certain index to a certain index. So how about just printing out knowledge? That would be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's count this as blank. 6, 7, 8, 9. It should be from 10 onwards. So YouTube 10, and what do we do that? We put a colon. Okay, so this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Oh, we get the knowledge thing. Great, that's amazing. What else we can? Okay, we can print in the length as well. Achha. Okay, text.len, or we will just write youtube.len. youtube.len. Yeah. No fee. Text string has no field len. What? Just use print in. Probably that will work. Print in youtube.len. Type string has no field length. Why? I mean, over here it is showing it. Text.len is giving you. Why is this giving error? Let's look at it. Length of a string in Julia. Length of a string in Julia. Length is an inbuilt function in Julia which used to return the length of. Okay, let's do this. Okay, get length of a string in Julia, length method. You just write length and example. Let's check example, length, and then inside that thing. Okay, let's use that thing. So we have YouTube as our string. So let's copy YouTube. Length not defined. Why? So why are they saying length? Okay, let's let's use a small L in length. Oh yeah. So for length of a string, what we need to do is just use length in all small letters. Length inside the bracket string. What we have done over here, you can see this length YouTube, which is 18. Okay, that's fine. Let's move to the next stage. Next stage is loops, conditionals in Julia. So definitely this is also important. So for I in Julia iterable expression. So fact is 1. Okay, this gives you the factorial. So let's just copy this. So this is using Julia use of for loop. So let's just first go through this piece of code. This definitely is your simple for loop, and let's say I take fact as 1. Now I in the range of 1 to 5. So before doing this, let's just understand the range command in Julia, because range command changes a lot. So I will just erase these guys first of all. We will just understand the range right now. So I is equal to, I'll just write I plus 1. Rather, let me just write print I. That will be the best thing which you can do over here. And at the last also I will use a print. So let's just see. Let me first comment it and then we will see. Yeah. At least one of length or step must be specified. Okay, I got it. Maybe I has to be initialized. Why did I do this? I is equal to 1. Again we have an error. At least one of length or step. So what are they saying? Let's just run this piece of code only first, then we will see that what's the error which we are getting into. Just copy paste and run. Okay, this is also giving you error, which means this analytics vidya document has some kind of an error. So we will not use this right now. We will understand how to use for loop in Julia. Using for loop in Julia. Okay. Okay, but I also want to know range thing. But before we move to range, let's just use this first. Let's see if it's working. Okay, Control C. So in further 10 more minutes, I will end this live stream. So if you have any queries, you can punch in your doubts. Sanjay is saying, hello sir, good morning. Hello Sanjay, we are learning Julia today. So if you have any Julia queries, you can get it cleared. But obviously, even I'm an absolute beginner. So in this video, we have just downloaded Julia. We have installed it in Jupyter Notebook so that we can use it like Python. Now let's, what we are doing, Control V. Okay, so in this way for can be used. Achha, that's fine. But why is range not working? That is something which is bothering me, right? So let's understand use of range in Julia. If we just write range 1 to 5, what will happen? It won't happen. Let's just use use of range. They have not used range. They have not used range. Okay, they have just used 1 to 5 over here. So let me just replace this range to 1 to 5. And now let's try to run it. Oh, it's working, which means range is not working over here. So we can also replace range from here. So let's just see what happens. Okay, it's kind of like garbage. What's happening over here? Okay, let's just first restart the kernel. Restart and clear output. But why they haven't cleared the output? Oh. Restart. Okay, we need to do something over here, or else this will be. Let's first use I equal to 1. Let's see. Why is taking so much of time? Maybe we need to restart everything over here. Okay, so something has got stuck here. So we will close this session and restart it again. Let me just close it. Uh, yeah, leave home page. Okay, I is equal to 1. Now we will do this. 1 2 3 5. Okay, it's, oh, I got it. It's printing in the same line, so we have to do something so that it does not print in the same line. Oh, got the idea over here. So let's not print it. Let's do one thing, that let's just add the numbers. That will be much better to get a feel of it. So this is the last thing which we will do, and then we'll end the stream. So let me just use it over here. We'll see. Control V. I is equal to I plus, how do I collect the numbers? I is equal to I plus I. That does not make any sense. Oh yes, we can collect it this way. Let's use J equal to 0 and J is equal to J plus I. So let's just decrease this also. Let's just have just 3 numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So our J should be 3 at the end of it. So we will write print INJ. Print in not defined. What the hell? Oh, it's not print in, it's print line. 6, yeah, as expected. So now we have understood that let's not use range. Maybe we'll learn how to use range, or maybe range does not work in Julia, but this is how we use for loop. We just write for I in the length of the loop you want to have, then the and the operation you want to do inside the loop, and then end the loop, and if you want to print it, print it. So this is pretty much what we did in Julia for today. We downloaded, installed, we printed strings, arrays, accessed the arrays, matrices, accessed the matrices. Then we also access the strings by creating honey of knowledge. We found out the length of string using length command over here, and then we understood use a for loop. So that's pretty much it for today. Now, is Julia like Jupyter? Jupyter is not a language. In Jupyter, we can run Python and Julia both. So Julia is more like Python, if I have to put it in that way. Ayush, good morning. So our live stream is getting close now because we have learned the basics of Julia for today. So hope to meet you guys again in a different video. Till then, I would like to sign off. Bye bye.